first project that we received funding for from the Brain Research Foundation was a project aiming to understand the brain mechanisms of visual categorization and visual category learning. So this is kind of a very basic question, really, which is, how does the brain recognize, or how do we recognize the meaning of visual stimuli in the world around us? The goal of this project is to understand how the brain recognizes visual categories. For example, when you're navigating through the environment, you encounter objects of all kinds. For example, furniture, faces, natural objects, man-made objects, and in order to plan successful actions, you have to recognize the behavioral significance or meaning of all of these incoming sensory stimuli. These are the kinds of questions we're trying to get information about. How is it that meaningful information about objects is actually learned, stored, and recognized during natural behavior? The goal really is to understand, what's changing in the brain when you learn something new about visual stimuli, and the project is really about understanding that recognition process, how you recognize the meaning of an object and what that suggests you should do from a behavioral standpoint. So the BRF grant that we received was really at a very early initial stage of this project, right when I joined the University of Chicago, and it really helped us get our research off to a much faster start than we would have otherwise. So we were able to generate preliminary data, which we then used to write a grant to the National Science Foundation. Initial support that we received from the BRF was really extremely helpful in getting the research program off to a fast start.